What is going on, guys? Today we are playing with some toy cars in the basement here. We've got our collection of SCX24s and an FMS Atlas 6x6. So there's my reloading stuff. This room's a mess. And yeah, there's a lot of snow outside. Well, not a lot. We're looking out the basement window, but it's frozen in Siberia. So today's an inside day. And we're going to be playing with some SCX24s on my little updated course we've got here. It's still a lot of work left to do. I'm horrible at painting, as I'm sure you can tell, so it doesn't look very pretty. But it's functional, so for now we're still working on play testing it to try and get the final shapes down, come up with new lines. We're adding some actual rocks to it now instead of all just foam. But yeah, today we're going to be playing with some of these guys. We're starting off with a stock SCX24 deadbolt that's on a set of 1/24th scale Proline Hyrax tires. And I kind of want to, I think I have all of the SCX24s other than the new Gladiator, which I kind of want to grab one, but we'll wait and see if these videos get any meaningful amount of views, then I'll have to go pick up a Gladiator. But for now, this is what we have. So we'll take a few lines of this with a couple of different cars, and we'll see how they handle differently. Try and give you guys some interesting angles if I can. Coming up. Kind of hard to film and drive one-handed, but I'm doing my best. Oh, I don't like that angle. We're falling off the rock there. Alright, there's our first flip. We'll reset and try again. This is by far, this is the hardest climb on my course. As you will see if I give you the, as far zoomed out as I can get, leaned up against my wall. It's a steep climb is the point. I don't know if we're going to make it with this, so we'll give it one more attempt with the deadbolt before we give up on it, since this is a very, very steep climb. So we can do our best to get it up there. Try and position the rear axle in a beneficial spot. Does not appear that that's going to happen today. We will reset the deadbolt and move on down the steep rock face again to try and give you guys a sense of the angle here. I'll pull back the best I can. It's steep. Come over here, we'll make the turnaround. And we'll try and crawl into our rocks, a couple of our little rock sections. This section here is all just spray foam that's been kind of carefully sprayed into place. And wow, I did not remember having this much trouble just trying to get up here before. It's flipper into high speed mode. There we go. We had to go out of medium range and into high range. So, I usually drive these in medium to try and get a little bit more precise control over it, especially driving one-handed. Just falling into the same hole. Let's back up a little bit and try and come around the side more. There we go, now we're making it over. Gonna walk this carefully here, we're gonna roll. Delicate operation, that should bring the front axle up, I'm hoping. This is a delicate dance we're doing right now, floating the rear tire way off in the air like that. Okay, I think we're getting through the section. Try and go through our little valley here and up through the X-Max tires. Gonna get through this carefully. There we go. We've successfully gotten through there with probably would have sustained a lot of body damage otherwise, but it's an RC car, so we don't have to worry about body damage. Let's get over this guy if we can. Over the tree stump. Oh, we're hitting another wheel off in the air. Let's turn you around. To bump it up the tree stump, and we'll come back down the tree stump on the other side. Wow, that is, let me walk out of that. SCX24 down. We'll reset onto the table and take one more crack at another obstacle, and then we'll switch cars and make another attempt at the rocks. Come down here through my little V-ditch, where I'll try and get you guys good angles for everything. Down it goes again. That's the second time we've crashed that. We'll grab the C10 and move on to the next one. Okay, so we have swapped the deadbolt for the SCX24 C10. We'll take another lap around the course with this. And again, the all stock, other than we're again on the 1/24 scale Pro Line higher racks. Because once I saw these come out, the very second I could find some in stock, I ordered 2 sets of them, and if I get a Gladiator, I wanted to get another set, but they're all out of stock now, so I'm glad I bought 2 when I did. Because for 26 bucks or whatever they charge for these, I'm not sure you can get a much better tire for the money. Let your car back and try again. This is a steep angle. Alright, putting her in higher range. High range was not the solution by the look of it. And up the axle. Not a good showing for that. Okay, we have recentered. I am determined to make something up this. If we can't make it up this rock section this time, we'll bypass it with the C10, take a lap of the course, and then we'll grab the cheater buggy and see if we can make it happen with the cheater buggy. Be careful to position the axle the right way. It is falling off the table. Okay, we'll reset before we dump another one into the ground there. Watch the rear axle. Key to this whole climb. It's getting the rear axle set up right. There we go. Finally actually made the climb. Now we just got to unstick ourselves from the top and don't topple on the way down, because this is a steep hill. It's a very difficult climb, but it's right at the edge of what's possible to do. Try to make the turn here if we can. Coming, alright, I'll try and climb up this here. Make sure you back up and don't roll it making the climb. So we're going to have to 3-point turn this, since I kind of built this climb around having rear steer. Down there we go. And we will make a run into the V-ditch here. Go, making the high racks do the work for us. Come around this, we'll try and take a slightly different line through here that I usually can try and do, just to make the turn to climb this hill right here. If the tires are feeling like they will let us, which they seem to be. There we go, made it over that. We'll try and come across this now. Save it. We saved it. We're good. Okay, I'll try and come into the next little rock section we have over here now. If I can get myself to line up. To reposition ourselves here, I can try and hold the phone up to give you a better view of what's going on. Coming in through the valley, if I can get the bumper off of that. slowly but surely. But we're making it somewhere. Not sure where yet, but we're going somewhere. Okay, we have made it, and last little rock wall. Boom, we have come around full circle. Alright, we'll switch over to the cheater buggy now, and we'll give this, actually, I guess before we switch to the cheater buggy, we'll attack my little rock wall here. High racks going right up, that's the problem, and a little bit too quickly coming down, and we flipped it onto the cheater buggy. Okay, so this is the last thing we're going to be driving in today's video. We have rear steer on this guy, so we have four-wheel steering, and we're going to take this around the course now and try attacking that this little rock section, the hill climb that's been giving us problems with everything else. We have the other vehicles are stock. This one is in a aluminum chassis. The shocks are relocated, and we have Emax steering servos in the front and rear. And we have instead of high racks, this time we are on RC four-wheel drive steel rims with a set of RC four-wheel drive Goodyear MTRs with no foam in them, which gives it a little bit more traction. See, up like that, we can just rear steer our way out of this usually. Just gotta find one way the axle bites. There we go, and steer the other way. Rear steer to the rescue. Alright, let's try this rock section with this now. You're hung up right on the servo there. Just try and scoot the rear end over if I can. Okay, now this is another really bad spot since we're angled pretty crooked coming up the hill here. Try and straighten her out, and down we go. This is what I mean by this is a, gotta figure out if I want to make this section easier somehow, or if I want to leave it this hard just so it's something for cheater rigs with extra weight. Because we are struggling to make it up that. We'll take one more run at it. We'll put her in full speed mode, and we'll do our best impression of a rock bouncer. We rock bounced our way off the table. Oh boy. Reset. We'll come down here, and we'll take one lap around our little course with the buggy now that we are... Well, for a second I thought I picked up some wobble on something, but give it my best run through everything. We'll come into the rocks. Go up the staircase this time into the next rock section. Take a hard 90. Made it out of that, and we'll try and come up the bridge we came down with the C10 now. To bump this, we're scraping a little bit, and oh boy, what are we gonna do? Power out of it, and we'll just drive back up. We're a tube buggy. We can do things like that. We didn't just knock the driver out and total the car. No, we're fine. We're ready to keep going. We're gonna have to use the rear steer, and I flipped the axle the wrong way. And my attempt at rear steering with driving one-handed has flipped us over and gotten us stuck. But that's about all we're going to have time for today. If you guys enjoyed this little, there we go, right up and over it like no problem. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know, and we can take other looks. I can pick up an SCX24 Gladiator and spend more time working on this if anybody wants to see it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more crawly stuff, let me know. no problem with the V-ditch for the cheater buggy. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching as we take one last run through the rock pile, and down she goes.